It's a sharp lifestyle 101. Represent the core values of self-improvement and fulfillment. Self-analysis is very essential for you to sacralize in your life in order for you to progress as an individual on a continuous level, continuously. It is something that you must sacrifice your leisurely activities for, your social gatherings for. Uh, you analyze yourself, in order to discover who you are, what you're capable of for your self achievement. It is something that is detrimental to overlook. So, overlooking your inner self, overlooking your uh, uh, the importance of asking yourself the most important questions uh, uh, is a sure way to failure. When you analyze yourself, you empower yourself to have greater achievements. Uh, uh, you schedule yourself to great heights. Ensure yourself to greater self-fulfilling prophecies of great progress, um, happiness. Now, it's very difficult for you to maintain your self-analysis because you are surrounded by sloths who represent conformity. You have a status quo that's constantly uh, 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 that is perpetuating itself upon your upon you and your decisions and so forth, and your individuality is constantly in competition with it. Designed to distract you from your true self, distract you from your capabilities, distract you from your opportunity to succeed and to represent uh, the core values of self improvement and fulfillment. Uh, you must understand that the psychology of habit is something that you must sacralize. Because when you sacralize, habituating self analysis and sacralize, habituating self study of core values of self improvement fulfillment, and sacralize, habituating uh, avoiding the conformity of society, avoiding uh, uh, the conformity of the status quo. You know, making sure that you're not allowing yourself to be a coward about your success, because only the look, conformity represents, a coward uh, 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 response in personality. Uh, it, it takes courage to analyze yourself. Because you got to face the truth about yourself, the brutal facts about yourself, in order for you to know what you're made of, and what you can do and you cannot do. Now, with sloth within you can cause you to do what you know you should not be doing, in order for you to not be, in order for your success not to be hampered. But normally, the things that you know you should not be doing and participating in represent instant gratification, and that is the major distraction from uh, your personal success and growth. That action that's required, the self-motivation, and the hard work and dedication that's required, and the ability to deal with the boredom of repetition of it, and high concentration of it that's required. Uh, this is why it's very difficult for you to uh, represent high success. Uh, Now, the sloth within you, the sloth causes many to overlook their self-development, overlook their self-development through self-analysis. They are like kids; they're unable to supervise themselves. You see, nah, they can't supervise themselves. I mean, they're slothed out. You know, I mean, how can you supervise yourself? I mean, when you don't know yourself, you don't understand when you are uh, afraid to be yourself and who you ought to be in order for you to succeed. Uh, uh, Self-analysis is intimidating to you because you know you're gonna have to transform. You know the transformative power of self-analysis. You know the change that it requires. You're gonna have to change some things that you're doing socially. You're gonna have to break some habits, which are hard to break. I mean, whether it be good or bad. I mean, the power of habit is beyond the conception, beyond the conception uh, or imagination of comprehension of, of of those who are slothed out. You know, those who are representatives of sloth, the lazy fools of sloth. I mean, they're not able to really um, conceive the power, the psychological power of habit. You know, we are creatures of habit, and we tend to do things in habitual ways. We tend to habituate everything we do. Now, through self-analysis and the desire for more and to be more, you will be able to habituate the core values of self-improvement and fulfillment with no excuses and hesitation, with no procrastination, without it at all. You will habituate everything that represents success and progress and, and high self achievement. Every decision that You will represent every the habits of success and the habits of increasing your net worth, multi-millionaire habits. You represent the the best habits, the habits that the best of success represent. These are the type of habits that you want to represent. You want to represent the self-analysis uh, uh, that is sacred to you, in in demonstration. You demonstrate how sacred it is to you by making sacrifices for it. See, this cannot be overlooked, though, and I cannot overemphasize this enough. I mean, I can. It must be emphasized. Uh, it is so simple, yet it is so difficult at the same time. Because once you analyze yourself and you just, you know, discover what you're capable of and what you're not, and what you must do in order for you to succeed or have the leisure you want, uh, either two things happens. You either procrastinate about your success that you know you want and that you know what you need to do in order to get it, uh, or you make it in your mind to work hard for it, organize your calendar for it. You either, make up your mind to represent a life of sloth, which represents instant gratification and so forth, uh, and a consumptuous lifestyle. Or you make up your mind to represent a life of self-discipline, uh, where increasing your net worth and working more than you socialize. A life that represents a mastermind group of great inspiration to succeed. Self-analysis. You sacralize self-analysis. You will make sacrifices for your progress. You overlook your self-analysis. You will procrastinate about making sacrifices for your progress. You are either getting better or you are either getting worse. You're either representing uh, the inspirational examples of great success and heights, making sacrifices to learn from them, the experts in life, or you are procrastinating about following the examples of success and those who have made it and those who you desire to really emulate, but you uh, hesitate to analyze yourself. You hesitate to educate yourself on who you are, first and foremost, and on who you're perceived to be. This is the world where perception is reality. So make the most of your self perception, your self image. Who do you perceive yourself to be? Okay, whoever you perceive yourself to be, uh, does your actions reflect that? Does your habits reflect that? Does your personality reflect that? And if it reflects that to you, maybe it will reflect that to the world. You empower to cause others to perceive you the way you perceive yourself. Everyone you come in contact with, or everyone that encounter you. So ask yourself, how are you psychologically affecting others with your personality, with your habits, with your lifestyle, your style of living? I mean, your lifestyle either represents sloth or uh, it represents self-discipline. Great inspiration of examples of success. Very Sharp Lifestyle One-on-One represents self-analysis, the maximization of that. Uh, Making the most of your creative ability in order for you to realize the desires of your heart's desires. Your self-fulfilling prophecies are experienced because you have made the most of your creative ability. You have created the picture and the image of your desires within your mind. Images of achievement you have embraced and sacralize in order for you to get the things that you desire and picture in your imagination, in your mind's eye. Since you have sacralized the images of achievement in order to realize your desires that you have pictured in your mind's eye, you empower yourself to realize the desires of your heart and to get the things you want. You ensure that you will have all of what you want when because you are making the most of your imagination. You are utilizing your creative ability to acquire the things that you desire. And you have sacralized the images of self-achievement, which represent the the work that you must do in order for you to realize the things that you desire, that you imagine with your mind's eye. Which means, you are sacralizing your, these images of achievement, which induces you to sacrifice for it. Sacrifice what? Your social activities of leisure. So self-analysis and your creative ability and the maximization of that is your key to experience all self-fulfilling prophecies of your desire. This is very significant for you to understand. And having clarity of this, you are ensured to succeed in every way you want and progress in every way you want. and go after your destiny and experience your destiny. Whatever you're destined to experience, you will experience. Whatever leisure that you want to experience, you are destined yourself, predestined yourself, really, to experience it, the adventure of it. Understand that your sacralization of self-analysis and the maximization of your creative ability empowers you to achieve all goals, fulfill your potential of becoming who you want to be and ought to be. Yeah, and this is great. Yes, it represents patience, but it also represents the expediting of your time of achieving your goals and experiencing your self-fulfilling prophecies. Which means whatever self-fulfilling prophecy you have set for yourself, if it takes 3 years to experience that self-fulfilling prophecy, you're in your mind's eye, you have the ability to act as if it takes 2 years to achieve it. The time of achieving that goal of yours. Make it feel as if it takes only 1 year by acting as, and you act as if it takes 1 year by organizing your calendar. When you're organizing your calendar, you're calculating, you're verbally calculating. You're you are counting the steps that you must take. And you're actually rehearsing, you actually are reviewing your goals. Yes. So you're talking, this goal, whatever goal of leisure I have, it takes 1 year. I'm scheduled to have this or that in 1 year. The sloth said, that takes 2 years. Well, no, 1 year. That's in your mind. You have made it like that. Knowing that you're increasing in your net worth day by every week, day by day, every hour. You're moving closer to your goal. You're increasing every day. You're not reducing every day, you're increasing every day. As long as you're working, you're increasing every day, working towards your self-development, and you're increasing the net worth. You're increasing every day. Increases yours. increase, abundance. You have made yourself a magnet to it. And the greatest demonstration of you acting as if your 3-year goal takes 1 year to accomplish, your 5-year goal takes 3 years to accomplish, is that you're not complaining about the time it takes. And your drive in going after it make you feel as if, and also seem as if, you have a short time to accomplish it. You have that 3 years to accomplish it, 5 years. You got 2 years left. The same drive you would have if it was actually, you only actually had 2 years left in your 5-year goal to accomplish whatever that goal you have set. To experience that self-fulfilling prophecy. You know your drive, how you will be. I mean, if you know what you got 2 years left in your 5-year goal. So with your mind's eye, what you can do is you can act as if that time is already here, have arrived. Act as if you're already there at that, at move closer at that, to the mark of your goal. That's the psychology of it. That's what it is. The best actors in the world succeed. This world is a stage play. And the best actors get paid. But the sloth in you can cause you to be indecisive about taking action that you know you need to take in order for you to succeed and progress. But the reason why you will procrastinate about taking that action is because it's boring. The boredom of repetition that action represents. And the hard work and dedication that represents. And the materialization of your imagination that it represents. The sacralization of utilizing your mind's eye, it represents that. And that's why you procrastinate, John, about it. Steve, yeah, that's why you procrastinate. Yeah, that's why you procrastinate. You procrastinate because it's boring to you. And what you're saying is to the world is that I cannot deal with the boredom of success. Action. Cannot deal with the boredom of successful action. That's what you're saying. You cannot deal with the boredom of successful action. And if you cannot deal with the boredom of successful action, do not act as if anyone is responsible for your success. Do not act as if the world owe you a favor. Because you are already obviously demonstrating that your procrastination of taking action for your success and progress. You cannot deal with the boredom of successful action. You slough out. You say, fuck that shit. The successful action is just not for you. You rather act as if the world owes you a favor. That's an easier action to take. That's an easier way to act for the sloth. Acting as if the world owes you a favor is an easier way to take action. For the sloth. To get what they want, or try at least. But you must understand that that's the clear example of how to succeed and how you will not succeed. You're guaranteed not to succeed. Action. That's all it takes. Successful action. A series of repeated successful action. Taking that action, successful action, repeatedly taking it to accumulate to a great number of days, weeks, months, and years of successful action. Which empowers you to have sure success. To be really unbreakable when it comes to your success. And your representation of inspirational examples of success, great success, and great heights.